My first impression of Kurt. It's kind of weird. It's like an old hippie.
When I was driving down Claremont Avenue and I saw this garage sale out front with all sorts of interesting items, so I pulled over and I was just amazed at what cool items there were. And then this guy with sort of like grayish white silver hair comes out with a crooked missing tooth, and he was kind of scraggly, and it turned out he was the person who was running this garage sale.
What is Canvas? Canvas is an attempt to, it's huge, build a foundation for other people to do what is in their heart to do, providing that is for providing for the poor. What it started out to be was just to help, bring clothing. Then it started out to be creating jobs.
What I know about it is it's a cottage industry basically that he's trying to develop with the mostly women in the town of Vicente Guerrero, where they are doing embroidery on jeans and I think maybe jackets as well, and then on used jeans and jackets. And then the idea is that he bring those products back up here and sell them at a higher price because of the embroidery. And then, of course, turn the money back around to support the town.
I read a magazine National Geographic had done, and they told a story of the Triqui Indians, the Mixteco Indians, that was considered at that time by the National Geographic the least likely people to be reached by people who reached other people. I know that they come from Oaxaca. They migrate up in the hopes of getting jobs, because in Vicente Guerrero they can work all day, make $8 to $10 a day, but in Oaxaca they only make $3 a day. The difference though is that these people are stuck. They go into debt buying the propane and the stoves because there's no wood or water in Vicente Guerrero as there is in Oaxaca for just normal daily life. And so they have to go into debt, and it's a vicious cycle, and it costs them about $100 to get back home, and they can never save enough to get back home.
So we brought food to this camp. There were, I don't know how many families there, but mainly were mothers with their children. And this kid, he had his plate full of food, but didn't know what to do. He was just looking at it. And so I approached him, I talked to him, I said, why don't you eat your food? And he didn't know what to do with it. And so I too got my plate and I began to eat, and I said, go ahead and eat. So then he started eating. He brought back memories because I too am from a poor family, and to see, someone like that little boy, that little boy's face just remind me of myself.
It's Canvas's, many things. One's in an attempt to support the children. But in order to support the children, well, you have to support the women. The women tend to be the most responsible. 78% of all families in this world are primarily supported by women. Men leave their children. Women don't, usually. Women support the children. And so that's our goal, that's our focus. The distribution has been a struggle for us. Who to step up to the plate, because it brings on a lot of problems. Right. Fighting about, well, how come she's now doing it, and why can't we now distribute the stuff? So I finally looked over at Virgilio and just told him to tell them, look, if you didn't get anything today, you didn't have anything yesterday, so nothing's different.
It's an organization that just kind of keeps going. I feel like I've seen so many times where it was like, does Kurt need to throw in the towel? Is this the end of the road? What happens? And then it's just, every single time it comes to one of those stops, it's like, the amazing happens. And it's just, everything works out in the end.
He would like to take it out to other parts of Mexico and perhaps around the world. However, for that to happen, Canvas needs a lot more help.
If it moves slowly, it's not because of any lack of dedication of the founder. I mean, he's put his life aside. This is his life. What I worry about in the development of the business of Canvas is that Kurt is not necessarily following the advice of experts, but possibly by him sticking to his guns and doing it the way he wants, he may end up being able to help the people more than if he did the quicker route. And I think that's the dilemma for him.
If you don't have something to wake up to, find it. And so this has been a process for me to grow up. So I'd say if you really want to grow up, go find somebody to meet their needs.